Welcome back to Retro Bites. This week, I want to do something a little more fun. I want to do an interactive build. I want you guys to help me build a PC from the turn of the century, but with a spin, a little twist. I want it to be a modern retro PC. A normal looking modern PC, modern case. We'll throw in a modern power supply. But on the inside, hardware from 20 years ago, the golden age of retro computing, the late 90s. Every good PC build starts with a motherboard, so that's where we'll start. I've got three here that I want you guys to choose from. First up is the legendary Asus K7M motherboard. This is a 200 megahertz front side bus, taking PC100 RAM. Only 2 slots on this board, so RAM probably maxes out at 512 megabytes. The chipset is the AMD 751, giving us 2x on the AGP slot. No onboard sound, and no ISA slot, so we'll have to use a PCI sound card. This next board is also by Asus. It's the P3V4X, Intel Slot 1 motherboard. The bus speed is 133 megahertz. Memory also runs at 133 megahertz. But with these 4 slots, you can get it up to 2 gigabytes of RAM. Chipset is a VIA Apollo Pro 133A, and the AGP slot on here is 4X. This last board here is a more generic Intel board. Came out of a gateway system. The board itself is the Gateway E205351. But it's based on the Intel WS440BX motherboard. The chipset is the 82440BX. It's an AGP chipset. I'm not sure if it's 2X or 4X though. Actually, I couldn't find a whole lot of information about this motherboard, so I don't know what the bus speed is or anything else. I have a feeling nobody's going to really vote for this one. Yeah, given the choice between the P3V and this generic Intel board, I'm pretty sure that everybody's going to go with the P3V, but we'll see. There might be some Intel chipset fans out there that would go for this one instead. So now we get to CPUs. Starting with the AMD side, I've got the K7 850, 850 megahertz. This is a 22 million transistor CPU, 128 kilobytes of level 1 cache, and 512 kilobytes of level 2 cache. This would be the fastest of the processors on offer today. On the Intel side, the Intel Pentium 3 500 here. This has 512 kilobytes of level 2 cache, and bus speed runs at 100 megahertz here. And then finally, I've got the Intel Engineering Sample. This is the mystery CPU, and I don't want to divulge any of the details about this CPU. I want to see how many of you are interested in seeing what this engineering sample ends up being. So go ahead and go down into the comments section to cast your vote. Look for the post I have for the motherboard, for the CPU, and if you want it, give that comment a thumbs up. If you don't want it, give that comment a thumbs down, and I'll tally up the votes, and we'll discuss next week. One last thing before I let you go, go ahead and have a look on Amazon, on eBay at PC cases. Now, I've been trying to decide what kind of PC case I want to choose here. I at least want to have a CD-ROM drive, and most modern cases don't have that 5¼ inch drive bay. But yeah, if you guys are looking around at cases and see anything you think would be good for this project, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know, and maybe it'll get picked. That's all I've got for this week's episode. I'll see you guys next time, and I hope you're enjoying Retro Bites.